There's nobody here. All this is maybe an hour of out here watching a couple of thunderstorms. There's nobody here. There's two people here. All this is maybe. Yeah, just to break away from the regular stuff and do this for just a little bit, and then another early day. Three. Where's my cable? There's my cable. The cable is locked in. Huh. See a couple of check-ins real quick, and then all of a sudden, boop, vanished, gone. Not interested. Back again. My gosh, what's with all these emails all of a sudden? 4 emails. Okay. Okay, that's one good email. I like the email that says I've got some money coming in. It works for me. If I have anything kind of halfway decent looking out of this little complex of thunderstorms, maybe I will get off on one of these side roads, because there are some in this farmland area. This is what they call the Brazos River bottom. It's down here in the College Station, Texas area, and there's a bunch of little roads out here. You can kind of get off the beaten path a little bit. I don't know if that looked decent, you know, it might be something worth shooting a little time lapse of or something. Let's assume for a moment that this stuff can actually hold together. I don't know that it can. I'm trying to think ahead. Let's see, what's one of the locations? Let's see. I think I know one. I know a place. If the road is any good. There were some preceding thunderstorms earlier today. They started pretty early today, actually. I was tied up. I was busy. Had other things going on. And at the same time, I wanted to wait for the daytime heating to kind of start to maximize. So that's why I'm just not getting out here. For those reasons and no others. rarely do I get the opportunity to do any actual photography. Brings me up back to that expensive camera that I've got. That I don't have it in here right now. It's actually, I took it out and I left it at home, but I've got that nice commercial video camera in here that I usually carry, and I hardly ever get an opportunity to use it unless I'm shooting a package of damage or something like that. Never have time to go out and set up on a tripod and actually video things. And if you're jumping on here, just go ahead and subscribe, because there's going to be times that I'm going to have some really cool stuff for you to see. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Yep, nobody. One person. Another person. I've actually got the counter up so I can see it. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see. If I could set up, I think I'm going to shoot my time lapse looking east. Right now this is looking south. My time lapse would go more back in that direction. I think I'm getting up here to a location. Let's see, is it the road right across here? I think. Ooh, the fields sure are wet. The farmland is really wet. I'm just wondering what kind of shape the road's in. I guess I'm going to find out. Let's find out. What kind of shape is the road in? No, I don't want this road. No, sir. Nope, don't want this one. Don't want that one. That road had water on it. I am not going down that road. Nobody even watching. Ken says I blame you. You've seen clouds before, right? Yep. Right. I'm also running this at a 25% less rate than normal. So, it is what it is. Now, out here on this farmland, if I could go down this road, if this road to the left is any good, but is it a private road? I think it's actually a private road. It's a muddy private road. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna find a good road. truck coming or something. Alright, let me try to find a spot here. I think that's a UPS truck. I don't even know if this is private road or county road. It's pretty well maintained. Why am I getting rained on right now? Oh, I got this little bitty dissipating piece of precip right on top of me. Where they, this is an area that grow all this turf grass out here. Maybe right over here. Maybe right over here. Yeah, maybe I can shoot it from there. Okay. I don't think that's not a good enough stuff structurally there to do a time lapse. Yeah. So I think I'll pass on that. How's the zoom doing today? Is it still good? Good. I think it's still good. Yeah. Yes, Dakota, it is. You're not where are you to my west right now, or are you to my east? That's the question. Are you at home or what? Uh-huh. You know exactly where I am. And if you're at home, I'll stop by and say hi on the way back. How's that sound? I promise I'm harmless. Just an old harmless guy. Well, let's see. You can see that nose right there. Look right over the irrigation stuff there. You can see that nose right there. You can actually see that nose on radar as well. I'll take that in. I'll show you the nose from where I'm looking. Okay, let's go to radar. All right, you can see this nose come out. See that little nose sticking out there to the north? All of a sudden, boom, there it is. That's what you're seeing. Right there. There's the nose. There's the nose on radar. There's the nose in plain sight. Welborn. Stuck at Welborn. Yeah, if this was going to mount anything, I might head over that direction. Kind of get down into that farmland area down there south of Welborn towards Allen Farm. But this is not even going to be severe or anything. Just thought maybe there'd be some decent little things to time lapse today. It's kind of one of the only reasons I came out here. And also I needed a break from what I was doing. So I'll come out here and do this for a little while. I don't know, it might make a decent little time lapse, that little nose pushing out, along with the convection behind it. I'd have to go to the other side of the road to keep the power lines out of the image. Yeah, I'm also going to be stepping in mud if I do that. I don't want to do that. I've got sandals on. I don't want to get my feet muddy. River rats? No. No, I didn't go all the way to the end. I don't even remember how far down this road goes. I guess it obviously goes to the river. I know that there was a way that we used to have a lease back in here, out here to the east of Clay, out there where the Old River Ranch is. We had that whole place as a lease, and I know that there was a back way to get there, but I don't think this road was the back way to get there. Although now it may tie into if there's another road that runs kind of close to the river and goes back towards Old River Ranch, maybe so, but I think that the way I went out there, if I went the back way, is where 1361, is that right, 1361? Ties into 50. You just simply go across and get on that dirt road and go all the way back, and then you have to kind of hang a right and then work your way back through there. I remember I used to have to always open a couple of gaps to get through, and eventually we'd get over there. It was a shortcut, but it actually didn't shorten the time span. We're going back many years. I remember the store there in Clay too. We used to go in there quite a bit because we had camp house out there at Old River Ranch and everything. Yeah, you used to go into the store over there quite a bit. Actually, you probably know Gail. I saw Gail about 2 weeks ago. It's the first time I'd seen her in quite a while. Ah, there was a CG. Last winter before last, I went back out to Old River Ranch for the first time in probably over 3 decades. And going in, of course, not much had changed. But I went and talked to some of the people that were there, and I just told them the story of years ago, and I just wanted to kind of see the place again, and go ride back, all the way. I couldn't even get all the way back to the river. It's the area back there we used to call the point. But there's so many more fences out there, and it was really wet too, so there was places that I couldn't get to. But it was kind of neat to at least spend a few minutes out there riding back around on that stuff and on that property and seeing the old things. Kind of the old memories, remembering some of the locations where we had deer stands, things like that. I don't remember the name of that. I'm gonna be offline with the chat for a bit here. Unless I bring it up on a computer or something. I decided to go ahead and do a time lapse. All right, so let me bring that up over here on this phone. Over here, channel, live. Okay, bar and clay back in the day. I remember one bar, but I would rather call it a beer joint. As a matter of fact, way back when I was in high school, I would come out on a Saturday morning and I'd shoot armadillos out there, and I would take them back into Clay to the quote beer joint and sell every one of those armadillos I killed to those guys that were there for 50 cents a piece. That was a while back too. Yeah, I used to go out there and do squirrel hunting, deer hunting, dove hunting, you name it. If you wanted to hunt it, it was there. I don't remember how many thousand acres was available. Go to the river and fish, whatever. All right, so this one's going to shrink up, and then the the top that you see behind, the white convective top back there, that's the one that's going to start to try to dominate now. The foreground stuff's going to start to shrink, and that one is going to try to intensify. And it's going to go right to Impact Navasota, pretty much. The vehicle coming down the road is the perfect example why I did not set up a time lapse on this side of the road. Well, there's two reasons. Number one, I didn't want power lines in the shot. Well, sometime off a public forum, Dakota, I'll have to find out who's your dad, or who was your dad, whatever. There's a small chance it might actually be somebody I'm acquainted with. Guys, another vehicle coming down from the highway on this road. This road has a lot of traffic on it. I'll be back. I'm gonna go check my camera out. That time lapse didn't come out good at all. I'm sorry to hear that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was that Rick? If it was, yes, I knew him. Because that shocked me. I didn't, yeah. We used to sit in lines at the store a lot of mornings. Several of us. We'd sit there and chit-chat for a while. Lobby. I'll be darned. Isn't that something? Well, I'm going to move about here. Yeah, that time lapse didn't come out any good because the everything's moving so slow. Time lapse didn't even hardly give it much motion to speak of. I won't be out here too long today, just tool around a little bit here. If I go too far, I'll end up back in the trees again. I just got the outflow boundary. Had I stayed over there, I'd probably got the outflow boundary in just a few minutes. Probably another 2 minutes, I would have probably had a good strong wind hit me. If the camera was still on the tripod, it probably would have blown it right over. Speaking of slamming forward, I just stopped there on my way out here. I stopped and got me a drink. What I can't remember is how old was he? I know we were pretty close in age, I think. Okay, yeah, we were close. We were right on, pretty much, probably, because last year that's what I was. I couldn't remember for sure. I know we competed against each other in high school. And even junior high, for that matter. I remember, I think it was 8th grade. We were playing there in Snook, basketball, of course. I was guarding him, actually. And I remember he was dribbling one time. I reached out for a steal and I popped him right in the face. And they didn't even call the foul. I just remember that pop, you know, she reached out, pop. Like, no whistle. I said, sorry about that. Totally accidental. Yeah, to. So you must not be very busy at work, Dakota, to be able to chat on a live stream. Yeehaw. Okay, yeah, I've heard what you're talking about going out there and stuff. Have a chance, really. I'm probably going to. It's going to be a short day. Just thought I'd run out here, just a few miles, no big deal. Probably gonna call it a day here pretty soon. Head on back. Even that heavy cell down there, or stronger cell down there, just to the east of Hempstead, about to cross 290. We're crossing 290 right now. I don't think that's going to last very long either. The nature of summertime type thunderstorms. Oh, okay, got you. I got you. Yeah, on YouTube. Well, thanks for watching my boring stuff right now. It's what I try to tell so often. I will say this too, that, I mean, I know there's nothing of significance today, but I had a few minutes I needed to kill and just needed to do something different, just like I've done for the last 2 or 3 days, I guess. I don't know. Just run out here and check these out, stream for a little while. But even on the bigger days, there's a lot of boring live streamed content, obviously, because things aren't going to be happening all the time. Sometimes I try to plan my live streams, especially on a severe weather day. I will schedule them 2 days in advance sometimes, and I'll put a time on it, but it doesn't mean I'm going to start at that time. A lot of times I make adjustments to that. But at the same time, you got to realize that there's travel to the point, or let's just say travel to the destination for the day. Then there's the time waiting for something. And typically, I don't like to start something just because Mother Nature decides to start cooperating at that moment. I don't wait till that moment to start streaming. So yeah, there's always a lot of just, downtime type stuff, almost similar to what like today, really. It's just, what do you call it, rambling. But at least you're up and ready to go. You don't have to worry about it. Oh crap, I gotta start this. This is going on. I gotta get this, I gotta set up the stream. Well, with the customizations and everything that have been done now, I can schedule one and start one all within a 1 minute period. I don't have to go do any new settings. I don't have to do anything. I simply schedule it and then I can start it. I don't even have to schedule it to start it. But I do it that way so that I can change the titles easily. Yeah, this guy just let his horse trailer get off the highway. I thought he was going to lose it there for a minute. Yep, there is going to be a turnaround in my future here very soon. Yep. Yep. Boy, the window wants to get... Every time the wipers go across, there's a film on my windshield now. So yeah, we got stuff right back over here. And that is nothing. It's actually over... That's actually probably on top of my house. Practically on top of my house. It's still early enough in the day. There's still going to be some of these things are going to pop up here and there and not last long. I know what the problem is. I used a squeegee from a Sefco, and now every time my windshield wipers go across, I have a film on my windshield. Guess I'll have to wash my windows with some good dishwashing, so try to get whatever's on there off. I hate it. If I can see the streaks, you can see the streaks. I hate the streaks. I hate streaks. I tell you what I really hate is bug splatter. It gets on there and then it just will not come off for anything. You got this line right in front of you the whole time. No fun. Go back from whence the direction I came. How's that? I'll have to drive through the farmland again. Check the rear camera. Rear camera. Yeah. Rear. Good. We good? We're good. We're good. Okay. That works. Okay, Dakota. Well, I'd say if I was still out here, since I've got to go basically through where I think you guys you still live over here, right? You still live over in Snoop? I don't know. But I'd stop and say hello real quick if you were able to beat me back. As it stands now, you won't anyway. won't be many lives moving forward over the next couple of weeks, probably. Mainly reserved for tropical season, and I have not made any decisions. That will be more of a situational decision on my part. If we get anything coming to the Gulf Coast, situational decision on my part whether I will do it or not. Obviously, that's my focus. Hey, look at it this way. It's bigger than some of the towns I've gone through in my lifetime. It's bigger than some of the towns I've driven through this year. It's bigger than some of the towns I've driven through this month. Nice little updraft over towards. Yep. Well, I don't know, that one is that was northwest of my house, actually, I think. Like where my house is, where I'm living, it's out in the country, and on a busy day, maybe 4 or 5 vehicles come down the road that I live on. Nice and quiet. Alright, so. Oh no, okay, that is the updraft that's over my house. The other one is farther north, it's around Dinkville, Texas, and then I can see the stuff that's all the way back over towards the west of LaGrange. I can see that back there too. If that would hold together, I could go take a look at it just for the kicks. Take the back roads. Go down to County Road 132. Back there. Well, I think the chances of these are going to start really dwindling after today. You know, these pop-up showers and storms. Cut back across a different way here. I should have titled today "Chasing the Updraft." Chasing the updraft and watching them collapse. That is dying, just precipitating out. Just like everything else that forms is going to do. Zebra, zebra. Where is he? Zebra. See a zebra? Ah. Hello, zebra. Now who's coming loose here? You? Which one of you is it? Tornado right through here in the year 2000. Actually, this building over here actually got moved about 100 yards, put back down. Minor damage to it, but it got moved about 100 yards. That was a March tornado, as a matter of fact, early March. It happened the night before I was leaving for Telluride, Colorado on a ski trip. Yeah, I actually saw that one, Dakota. Saw that coming that night. Had everything packed up and ready to leave the next morning, and shot out of Somerville and went up because I had property. I wasn't living there yet. I hadn't built my home yet, but I had property out on 423. And I go out on 423, and it must have touched down. That area's got some open area out there, so there was no damage really to be seen until it got over here closer to 1361. But I remember looking kind of to the east in the lightning flashes, and I could see it. I was behind it, of course, but I could see it. So I remember jumping back over to 36 going south, getting to 1361 going east, and ran up across the damage path up there. Of course hurricane season's happening right now. It starts June 1st for the Atlantic. Yeah. But there's nothing going to happen because of Saharan dust. That's a big problem right now. There's also some hostile wind up there too. So don't have to worry about anything for a bit. East Pack has been active, obviously. that season starts a little bit earlier, 2 weeks, but I don't really focus on the East Pacific. But I do pay attention to it if it's going to have an impact on Mexico, or if it's going to have any tropical system that may have an impact with, shooting in additional moisture, possibly West Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, things like that. Let's just say that I watch early hurricane season, but I'm not focused on early hurricane season. But I have been in them in June. Many times, actually. Updraft right there, and that's everything to the south that's just basically precipitating out, slowly but surely, just dissipating. Yeah, imagine that. No train. Yeah, trains are one of the reasons I left the I wish I would not have done it, but trains were one of the reasons I sold the place and moved elsewhere, bought a new piece of property. Actually, I bought two more, built two new homes, but it's one of the reasons that I got off of 423. Back when my kids were going to school, it was just always such a pain in the tail to get, the trains are blocking, you can't even get them to school on time, and if I take the other way, it takes me 7-mile drive just to get back to the point where I got on the highway in the first place. And sometimes coming home, you get there end of the day or something, you sit there and wait. I kind of wish I'd have kept that. Actually, I'm okay with where I went, but from there. But at the same time, I kind of wish I would have kept 10 acres. But I didn't. Kept that 10 acres and sold it for a pretty penny right now. Probably sold it for about 30,000 bucks an acre. I think this updraft has pretty much maximized itself too. I think it's going to start to collapse. I think it's just west of Caldwell, Texas, right along, well, it's north of Highway 21. So somebody out there is happy getting a little bit of rain. time of day is it? Well, maybe about 4 o'clock. I'm going to turn this off anyway. 4 o'clock to 4:15, we'll see. Could pull up to my house and just leave a fixed camera going. Switch two of my wireless networks over to the 2 internets that I have at home. 2 different Wi-Fi's, 2 different systems, 2 different Wi-Fi. I mean, 2 different internet connections. I could do it on one. I don't need both, but hook them on there and take this thing to like a 4,000 or 5,000 bit rate. Tell you what, if I tried to push 4,000, 5,000 bit rates out here from the field, assuming you would be able to do it, which is not likely, without, I mean, some serious, severe thunderstorm warning in southwest Oklahoma. I mean, not without some serious commercial grade stuff and multiple connections all bonded. More than what I have here now, but anyway, even if you had that, you'd be burning through data so fast. Another issue you have is when you get in an area for severe weather days, when you've got a lot of people around, you get a lot of people using phones or whatever the case may be. And guess what? There's only X amount of data available bandwidth-wise from some of those tower sites, and most people they're on one connection. That's it. That's all. But still, they're tying up resources there, so you're kind of in competition with that as well. You know what? I need to make a stop at this store real quick. There's something I need to pick up, so I'm going to stop here and pick it up right quick since I'm right here. I'll just switch to the rear camera here when I pull up. Let's do it now. At least you can watch the dissipating rain behind me. I shall return momentarily. I needed. And sure enough, that draft is going to collapse just like everything else is. Let's see which way do I want to go here. Let's go this way. As you can clearly see, there's nothing of great interest out here today. I don't know how long it's been live, what, a little over an hour maybe? In any case, see, that one's dying. That's the one that's going away. Let me show you wildlife again in a minute. So yeah, we'll be done here. I'll be shutting this off. 5 to 10 minutes. I know what's going on. This one connection on this one data device, the physical connection is having issues for some reason. Even if the wired connection fails, guess what? The wireless connection comes in and takes care of it. It'd be nice if we had some upper level support for this stuff. We don't. We don't have any. They have no help. Heat of the day, working with ample moisture. Put one off here to my southwest. That's what I'm looking at all the way back down towards Smithville, Texas. Do wildlife right quick. See if I can zoom in on some wildlife here real quick. When I got to the zebra a while ago, let's get in on this guy here. Come on, where are you? There you are. Look at that guy. Whoops, 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 whoops. Steady, steady. If I can get him to look this way. Honk my horn. Oh, no one reacted. Nobody reacted. All of them. I think that's probably blurred on the other end. It looks good on mine, but it's not perfect. There's only so much zoom you can do with this, so there you go. All right, there's them guys. I am going to test something here. I'm definitely going to test something here. I am going to test something here. I'm definitely going to test something here. Close that. Starlink update pending. Okay, whatever. Turn that off. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Let's do it on Wi-Fi 1. Okay. Now it may not have a hiccup. Let me wait for my bonding to tell me that that connection is online, and it is. Now I'm going to shut off the Starlink, and we're going to go to the single hardwire. All right, now let's see, I want to pull the screen over. I want to go to that. I'm going to take this way on up. Say 4,000. 4,000 bit rate. In case you're wondering, this is stationary from my home property. One connection is tied in to my home Wi-Fi on one service, and on Wi-Fi 2 I'm actually gonna connect to my second internet service here. Let's see how they behave together bonded. They give me a boatload of bandwidth doing that. I don't think I've ever had this connected to that. It's connected now, but my Wi-Fi signal on that secondary system is not all that great right here, so it's not going to be maximized. But it's stable enough anyway. Yeah, I figured before I shut it down, I might as well test this phase of things out. And who knows? There may be times that all I need to do is start streaming from right here at my home property. You never know. I do hear thunder. Am I that far behind on that? No, I don't want that. No, this is weird. Let's get out of that. All right, 4,200 bit rate. might be enough of a test for that. Looks like I can easily run 4,000. Now we're going to tumble down quickly. Take this down to 750 and just leave it there. We'll apply that and we'll say okay. Get that loaded. All right. Okay, that's good enough for testing purposes. Get ready. I'm going to go ahead and shut things down. When I'll be back, I do not know. One of these days, we'll wait and see. Got a few things still on the calendar to deal with, so we shall see. We'll see. All right, shutting her down. I'm gonna get back to other business. Good afternoon, good evening, good day, all.